Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. Thank you again so much for our time together. It's a beautiful Sunday. We're looking forward to seeing you. Our services today at South and at Main and at East. I'm picking up in Acts 17 as we begin to study the first few words of challenge of the Apostle Paul in his sermon to the intellectual elite. That God is the Creator, that God is the Lord of the heavens and the earth, and that God is the provider and the giver of life. But right now, let's go back and study something that it's not as exciting, and it's not the kind of stuff that makes you want to jump and shout, but we need to study all of the Bible, not just the parts we like. In 2 Peter chapter 2, the Apostle Peter begins to teach us about false prophets. He said, "But there were also false prophets among the people, just as there will be false teachers among you." Now notice the word among. Among. They're there. They're among us. "They will secretly introduce destructive heresies, even denying the sovereign Lord who bought them, bringing swift destruction on themselves. Many will follow their shameful ways and bring the way of truth in disrepute. In their greed, these teachers will exploit you with stories they have made up." Now I'm going to stop there, and I want you just to notice some truth here about false teachers. I want you to notice, number one, they're among us. They're among the people of God. They're there. Don't get shocked by it. When I was a young pastor, I thought, yeah, there's false prophets out there, but they're few and far between. The longer I live, the more I look around and I recognized, man, they're everywhere. Secondly, they secretly introduce things. These are not people who will stand up on a platform where their words can be challenged. Now, everybody thinks false prophets get up on television and spout their stuff. I don't think so. I think that it's done secretly. In front of everybody else, they teach truth. That's why they're still accepted among us. But it's their behind-the-scene work that you have to be careful of with a false prophet. Not up in front of everybody where everybody can see them and hold them accountable to their words. It's what happens behind the scenes. Now, please understand the difference here. A true teacher stands up and teaches everything right in front of people, and there is no secret doctrine behind the scenes. False teachers will teach truth in front of the crowds, but behind the scenes, they secretly introduce destructive heresies. Now, a heresy is something that denies Christ. They will secretly introduce things behind the scenes. These are truths the people cannot handle, so to speak. And it will bring destruction upon themselves. But now notice how it continues. "Many will follow their shameful ways." Didn't say their words, didn't say their doctrines, it said their ways, how they live their life. "Many will follow their shameful ways and will bring the way of truth into disrepute." Now here's one of the great challenges of false teachers. Not only do they not stand up and say things publicly where you can hold them accountable, their destructive stuff is done secretly behind the scenes. But the real effort that they do is communicating a lifestyle. They communicate a lifestyle to the people of God. And then people follow their shameful ways or their shameful lifestyle. And what happens is the way of truth, the gospel, the church, what we believe in, is brought into disrepute. The thing that brings shame upon the church, the thing that destroys the reputation of the church, is not these secret false doctrines that are brought in behind the scenes. It's the lifestyle that they teach people to live. Because they stand up in front of everybody and they sound wonderful. Most people probably don't even know their heresies, because that's always secret behind the scenes. But everybody learns the lifestyle. Now, brothers and sisters, you have to learn that when a preacher begins to have secret truth that is taught privately, when the lifestyle doesn't match what the Bible says, you need to get away from there. Because what may be spoken on a platform may be true, and what he's teaching may be in the Bible. The destructive stuff is taught secretly behind the scenes to the inner court, so to speak. But it's the lifestyle that he lives that will destroy the work of God. Because the good people who only see the good things he teaches or she teaches, they will begin to adopt the lifestyle. And that lifestyle, those shameful ways, will bring what we believe into disrepute. Let's follow Jesus.